Gwen, would you like to show Mrs. Cradock what you've made and let her taste it and see what she thinks?
Gwen, I'm depressed by such formality. Nobody ever calls me Mrs. Cradock. We did a fish and chip program on television many, many years ago, and I've been fish and chip Stanley ever since, which is much more cosy. This is the one you created, isn't it?
Yes.
Very delicious, of course. But, sweetie, it's too sickly after duck.
Yes.
You know, duck is one of the richest dishes, isn't it?
It is rich, yes.
And if you're not going to have salad and cheese, which one does in the French manner, you know, in the menu, after the duck, I think you should have something which clears the palate completely. And may I dare make a suggestion?
Yes, do.
No, look, I've got in my handbag a little thing that I brought here, which I got from Mr. Kaufler, you know, the maître chef de cuisine here. Ooh, what have I done with it? Called a baguette. You know these?
Oh, yes.
Now, these are baguettes. Now, you want very much to compliment Mr. Heath on this, don't
Yes,
you?
yes.
Well, now, a baguette is a boat. Now, supposing you use that thing, that pat, à tuile d'amour.
Yeah.
You know the one I mean?
Yeah.
And
What's that in English, honey?
an almond paste of a biscuit almond paste, but it's worked very fine, isn't it? And it's cooked so that it's very, it's paper thin, so that the edge is slightly brown when it comes out of the oven, but none of it's brown hard. Now then, supposing you had either a pineapple, or a lemon, or a grape, which is very subtle, sorbet, which then can be into a spiral, like the sorbet monogathe. And then instead of having sails, which would be very obvious and not a bit subtle, you have what we call the sucre filé, spun sugar, which would look like a silver cloud, which is what we all wish for Mr. Heath.
Yes, we do. Have you ever eaten that, Gwen?
No.
It's divine, of course, but it's totally cleansing to the... You see, what it does is this. The taste buds, when they've had a rich duck, which is one of the richest dishes in the world, are totally exhausted. So the job of the menu maker is to revive the taste buds.
Would you like to taste that, Gwen?
Yes, do.
She's never eaten that.
Now, you've got another spoon there, which is this, grape?
Great.
Aha. C'est un sorbet au raisin. Come on, I'll for you, huh? It's very cold out of the fridge at the moment. Forgive me, I just washed my hands. Now, you see how it cleanses?
It's very refreshing.
You don't like it? Or do you?
Well, you see, I must admit, I like my coffee pudding.
Have you tasted
Go and
it?
have a nice... Yes. Dude, look, this is...
Would you?
Yes.
Thoroughly unhygienic. It's the same spoon.
Give me another spoon.
That's better. Incidentally, Chef, when I do that, I turn it around using the handle.
It's very nice, but it's very rich.
It's
very,
terrible.
very
It is
rich.
very rich, I
After a
admit.
very plain main course, if
Yeah.
even if there were a salad to cut it and some cheese would be better. But that, no way.
So this I did at home.
That you see,
But-
you've got to
and
forget home cooking when you
Yes,
come into a
yes.
professional
Well, I
kitchen.
thought that because it had rum in it, that was the naughty code.
Yes, but
um,
sickly again. I mean, it's the most sickly of all the flavourings we can use, isn't it?
And you see, and the trouble is, all my friends, they love it.
Yes,
You
but
see, and then
they're
you-
not professionals, and you're coming into the jungle, where it's tooth and claw, and as I have said, you walk around with a battery of knives poised just
But
between your shoulder blades.
surely you eat what you like.
Oh, no.
Don't you?
Not if you're doing it professionally. In your home, you do. I have heard, I've never dined with Mr. Heath, but I have heard he's got a very discriminating palate, you know.
And he's slimming.
And he's slim.
And he's saying, well,
Yes.
we just would leave it. And that would be the final insult. Now, what else is there in this meal? What do they start with?
Seafood cocktail.
Yes, you see, it's right. A seafood cocktail. And then straight into the duck.
It's a three-course luncheon, you see, isn't it?
And there's one rich star. There is one opener, and there is one wine rounder offer. But two of those, dear.
Is that too much, do you think? Too rich?
No,
Well, what would you suggest, honey?
I wouldn't do it. I would never serve a seafood cocktail or a seafood or crêpe farcie au fruits de mer before a duck. Never in a million years. What is the sauce on the duck?
We had sort of a bramble. That's what I did.
What is a bramble?
Blackberry.
with duck.
That's what I did for the Cook of the Realm. You know,
Yes, dear,
Crab
but now
Rabbit
you're
sauce.
among professionals. And you want, I want to take care of it. Bramble jelly. It's used for melting down for brushing clams, my lovely.
Yes, but you make it, you have lemon. There's lemon in it. A lemon jelly.
Not?
A lemon jelly and...
I should leave that to you, Shay. All these jams, they are so English.
What's wrong with being English?
Well, I'll tell you, my darling, that the English have never had a cuisine.
But surely...
There's
if-
nothing English. Yorkshire pudding came from Burgundy. It's la gougère bourguignon is the original Yorkshire pudding. And
What about Devonshire pasty?
Cornish pasty,
A Devonshire.
or Devonshire pasty. The great Escoffier, who was, I think, my God, you see, the greatest chef. He said that menu making was the hardest part of a chef's job.
Yes, I quite agree.
And that very rarely in his career did he achieve balance. I always have to fall back in French for things anyway. He achieved an equilibrium which produced a perfect menu.
Well, quite probably, yes, you've got the right idea, but I'd be a bit disappointed that I can't use the coffee cream somehow. That's, you know, that's where I'm... like to have used it.
But you do see the point.
Yes, I do. Yes, I see
Don't
that
you
it's
see,
going
you
to be
get
heavy.
shot down.
Yes.
I mean, think of the poor stomach. Rude messages from Tom, you see. What are you sending down now?
Equal quantities